All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of One More Round. Today I'm joined by Paolette, the support for Extinction, Oblivione for Calling All Heroes, and Team Mexico for the Overwatch World Cup. Paolette, thank you. I'm so sorry. Yes, Paolette, thank you so much for
Okay.
joining me for this.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you on. I'm just going to start off with the question that I ask everyone here. When did you get into playing Overwatch?
Um, I would have to say in October when the game came out, but I was just extremely casual. I would get on the game every now and then. I just knew about the existence of the game. I enjoyed it. I actually started playing like competitively on a computer a couple months before the last World Cup. So I would say around um maybe January 2026, maybe before that. Or 2023, sorry.
Ah, okay, I was gonna say January 2026. So I've known you
No,
longer
no,
than
no,
that
not at
to
all.
be a really
Yeah,
good
not
player.
at all, not at all. Yeah.
So when you first got into the competitive side of everything back in 2023, let me ask you just this: what has been necessarily your favorite era? Like you said, you were kind of been a little bit casual, but now that you're taking it a little bit more, or you've started taking it seriously in the past couple of years, what's been your favorite era to necessarily play in?
My favorite was, sorry?
Your favorite era of Overwatch, or your favorite meta to play in so far?
Ooh, I would have to say that one of the few metas that I started enjoying was the Frag, Diva, um, Sen, Double Flex DPS meta, where everyone just had to be like coordinated and communicated. That was kind of what got me into like enjoying the competitive side of the game. So I would have to say maybe that one, or Junker Queen comp.
Oh, God. Like the Drunken Queen buffs give me so much hope that maybe Drunken Queen will be good again here soon.
Maybe, maybe one day, hopefully.
Maybe one day. Like Queen might be honestly my favorite tank just to kind of jump into quick play and play with.
I completely get it. She's just you can 1v5 the enemy team always by yourself. You don't need teammates.
Yeah, but with you this year, like I said, you're playing with Oblivione and Calling All Heroes, Extinction and Face It League, Team Mexico for Overwatch World Cup, also with Fisher for Collegiate. Has this so far been the busiest year for you competitive wise?
Yeah, I think that ever since I started doing collegiate, I never realized the amount of time I was going to be committing to just playing the game. Because I would usually go to my other school, come back, maybe get on the game for a couple hours, and then just go on with my life. But in the last year, let's say, or so, my life has been just Overwatch, and it just surrounds the game, which is awesome, because I get to meet a lot of people, but also makes me be really busy, always.
Yeah. But let me ask you this: through all this, like, how much time do you think you would put in this in a week here? Especially, like, let's look back at the start of the year where there was collegiate, there was Face It League, and there was the the Overwatch World Cup stuff. Like, how many hours do you think you were putting into this game per week?
Um, Probably like 50, honestly. It was almost a full-time job, and just like, you know, I have to like wake up, maybe like scrim to Mexico, then go to Extinction, maybe do something else different. Um, like regarding my free time, maybe like stream or play the game to like practice something. So I definitely was putting a lot of time into just playing the game.
Yeah. And I mean, across everything right now, like, again, you've been on some incredible teams in the past here, whether it be Face It Collegiate or right now, like you said, with Team Mexico. Uh, what necessarily has been your favorite team to be a part of?
Oh, I think I have to say EDM, the last iteration of EDM. There was just so much personality, and everyone was just like I would like to call them as one-of-one humans because I've never interacted with people that are like this, that have this type of personality. You know, like Ryan, PDK, Graves, all great people. Cardi's like such a funny guy as well. So that was probably my best like people to be around.
And speaking of that EDM team, I mean, there's a couple of those players who have now gone to play in OWCS, and some that are still here in Face It League. Like, when you see former teammates of yours going to play at big stages like OWCS, like, does that give you like a sense of pride? Does it make you feel really good to see like some people that you would call your friends exceeding in the professional sense of this?
Yeah, I mean, one of the first teammates I've ever had was Kafta when I was still like a little noob. So seeing them like succeed and go on to play like more professional, it's always like really nice because I get to see how I progress in combination to like everyone around me. So that's super nice always.
And we're about a month away from everything with World Cup kicking off here in Busan. Are you like? I have to imagine you're incredibly excited to go to Busan. Is this the first time you're traveling for Overwatch?
No, I mean I've gone to like the collegiate lands. I went to the last World Cup. Um, I've
Oh yeah.
I think I've had a couple instances of me visiting people just because of Overwatch. So this is just another one to add on, but nonetheless, it's super excited to like just meet new people.
And let's get away from Overwatch right now. I just want to ask you, like, outside of this game, like, what are some things, like, what are your biggest passions outside of just this?
I think mostly like I really enjoy like reading, whether it is like philosophy or some like poetry stuff. I really like science. I like to learn what's new out there for like the human species in the medical field or honestly in a lot of ways or in a lot of fields. So I just like learning. I think that's one of my favorite things. Oh my God! Wow. That's one of like my favorite things, just like learning. I really like sitting down and learning a new subject every now and then. So yeah.
Dear God, normally I fail every time I ult in this show. But
No,
yeah,
I mean grab Vendetta. I can't go wrong with that.
yeah, no, I cannot. Um, but I mean, getting back into that a little bit here. You enjoy reading. You're in college right now. Like, what are you necessarily studying? If you are okay with me asking that.
I studied it before bioengineering degree. Right now I'm doing just specifically biology. Just looking more into like I don't know. I really like medical research for biology. Not necessarily my cup of tea. I think that I respect a lot of people because it's really hard work that you have to be making or doing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Awesome. And getting back into Overwatch here right now, especially with what the meta is here currently, where it seems a little bit more open than it has been in the past seasons of Faceit. Like, has it been something that you've gone to enjoy a little bit, just having a little bit more flexibility?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like the meta doesn't necessarily favor the things that I like to play the most, which is like the Lari, Wu Yang, Juno. Even though I try to like force it as much as I can, but I think that it is good when the Overwatch has or when the game has a lot of metas open because it just gives every team a sense of personality in a way, different flavor.
Yeah, yeah, it really does. And as a caster, it's been kind of fun to see that show up for some teams here, especially this season. But you've been in Faceit League for a very long time, and the majority of it has been Masters here. What has been one like thing that you've constantly seen change in Faceit League since you started?
I would have to say honestly, like the talent that's around. Like every now and then, every 2 to 3 seasons, you see someone that you think that it's like amazing. I could go pro, honestly. Um, and it's like really nice seeing all these like 18-year-olds or like even 17-year-olds just like grow super fast and base it.
Yeah, and let me getting on to that topic right there, especially with younger people getting into Faceit and showing that they have this chance to grow into superstars. Who do you think, and you can say yourself in this question here, who do you think is a player that right now, if they were given a chance, that they would be like the next big superstar for Overwatch?
No, obviously this might be like super glazed, but obviously my teammate Fursky, he's like freshly 18. The guy is like super motivated, and the first thing that I heard from him when we had a meeting to pick him up is, I don't think I'm Frothy Philly, but I can be that for you if you give me the chance. So obviously, yeah, I'm gonna shout him out and I'm gonna glaze him because the guy has so much passion and he's super willing to learn the game.
Awesome. Paolette, that is the end of the game. Again, thank you so much for joining me. It was awesome to have you on. I'll make sure to give you all the shout outs and everything in the post in the title card here at the very end. But again, thank you so much. And thank you everyone so much for joining me for another episode of One More Round. Make sure you tune in next time though, as I ask someone if they're down for one more round of Overwatch. But until then, hope you have a great week and I'll see you then.
Bye bye.